It is obvious that the antidote to darkness has been designed and is called light. And Jesus brought that light as another culture so that two different tribes will enter a space. Darkness is like a language people speak. It's like a culture, a pattern of behavior. Darkness is not absence of brightness. Darkness is a way of behavior. Darkness is a culture. Darkness is a ruling system. And so light also is not brightness. Light is a way of life. And so Jesus brought another language into the space. In the world, you will find these two languages. There are men that speak darkness, and there are those who speak light. And if you hear your brother speak, you will know. Mind you, at the end, we are not speaking English. You are either speaking light or darkness. And if you hear light, you know this is my clan. Let me tell you how we confront resistance. Inside light, no vocabulary of negativity. Inside light, that language called light, they didn't give room for negative description. In fact, in light, the weak cannot call himself weak because the word weak is not in light. The weak will say, I am strong. That's how light converses. In light, when men are saying there's a casting down, the utterance of a man that speaks light, say there's a lifting for me. Darkness is a language, is a tribe. It's a way people behave. And the Bible makes it very clear that Jesus entered into time to bring another culture. Mind you, when Satan saw that this thing is looking very impactful, the Bible began to speak. He says, and be no marvel, for Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light. So Satan found out that the light will shine in darkness, and darkness cannot comprehend light. So he said, let's drop this thing called darkness. We too, let's start manifesting as light. If you are here and you are not maximizing your potentials in God, Satan is using your resources more than you. Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light. Hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, they have studied the script, so they left a mystery with men. They are showing you a very powerful mystery, that in the day where men are supposed to do the work of he that sent them, which is a season called the day, that when that season passes, another fake light will manifest and rule. There is a mystery between the sun and the moon. The moon has no light of its own. The moon only reflects the light of the sun. And if you come into life in the season of the night, you will think the moon is the government. You will not know that this moon you are seeing like this light is not his own. He is taking it from somewhere. And so men who are born into a night season, they can see the exalted position of Satan, and you will think he's powerful because you have never seen what he's tapping his power from. Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light. I will tell you how. All the principles, the keys of the kingdom given to the sons of the kingdom. The Bible says to the end that principalities and powers will learn the wisdom of God through the church. So if you think you are the only person sitting here, you are truly joking. And it takes a level of callousness and carelessness to assume that everybody here is a human being. I know that Friday to Friday there are many spirits that hang around me, and they are waiting to see the hallowed things God has dropped upon my soul, if I can utter it. They don't know God's plan. They know it when the church is speaking. They don't know what to fight. They know it when the prophets of God begin to declare the counsel of God. Satan does not know God the way we do. We are the only ones that know his heart. When we fetch something from his heart and we cast it down, there are many princes. Many of them take human bodies, and you think it's not everybody that is human with you. They come to sit to learn about God, to learn what He's proposed to do, so that they can deploy strategies to stop it. And many time and time again, you will come and you will meet these people in different seasons of your life, different points of competition. Not all people are men. I'm repeating these things so that you embrace this truth as quick as possible. Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light. So Satan can use light to destroy you. The temptation of a good man is a good thing. God has helped some of you, so you probably will never fall for fighting in your life again. Nobody will ever see you fighting anybody again, because God has delivered you from that one. Nobody will ever come and say that they saw you steal something. God has helped you. You know what the temptation of a good man is? Is a good thing. You know how good men die? They die. They saw the ark trying to fall. They now went to try to hold the ark. That's how a good man die. I tell you how good men die. God will say, strike the rock once. What we are contending for this evening, just give me your attention very briefly. We will not stay so long. What we are contending for, only spirits know the value. You know, it's very obvious that many of us, our attention is only around material things. Our attention is only around physical things you can touch, you can see. It's very obvious that not too many of us are laboring on things that spirits call precious. There are too many of us that have nothing to give another generation. And I'm repeating this very quickly. There are too many of us that have nothing to give another generation. Everything you have currently can close with you. And so if all your investments, everything you have is about monetary value, and so you have houses, cars, you have some resources in your bank account, the day you draw your last breath, a group of people you don't know will gather. Certain uncles, friends, this one. Then they will share your estate and divide it among themselves. That your shoe you like so much, you kept on top of wardrobe, a stranger will wear it and he will not wear it to church. Why was Esau crying? Jacob did not carry any single pin from house. Yet Esau said Jacob has cheated him. Jacob left home with words. It was the words of the father that Jacob carried. Esau, all properties, all land, all cattle, everything was still intact. But Esau knows what blessing is. He knows that this thing can finish. But what they gave to Jacob, it can create these things over and over again. Many of us, you don't have any blessing around your life. Everything is just you sweat. You sweat. Then you will now get something. Is that how your children will live too? There is nothing you can transfer to another generation. You cannot carry something and lay on your son and say, may El Shaddai help you. No. Your own is, everything is physical. No labor spiritually. No single labor spiritually. Today we are contending for understanding. That thing that spirits fight from entering this side of the kingdom. That thing that made that captains in the spirit waylaid Gabriel and say, you can't enter with this thing. What was Daniel crying for? He says, give me understanding that I may know what will befall my people. That was the only prayer point that warranted an arrest, because an angel wanted to bring understanding to a man.